The morning rush at the corner cafe was winding down when Rachel Bennett refilled yet another cup of coffee. At 28, she'd mastered the art of smiling through exhaustion. Between double shifts and late nights studying for her nursing degree, sleep had become a luxury. But when she looked at her 3-year-old daughter Lily, all chubby cheeks and pigtails, she knew it was worth it. That Thursday morning felt like any other until he walked in. A man in a tailored suit, the kind you don't usually see in small-town diners. His eyes were distant, like he was carrying something heavy. He ordered black coffee and stared at his phone, lost in thought. When Rachel brought his check, he reached for his wallet, then froze. He patted his pockets, checked again, then looked up, clearly embarrassed. "I'm so sorry," he said quietly. "I must have left my wallet in my other jacket. I can come back or have someone bring it." Rachel saw her manager's glare from across the counter. The kind that said, "Don't you dare let him walk out." Without thinking, she reached into her tip jar, pulled out 4 crumpled dollars, and smiled. "It's fine," she said softly. "Coffee's on me." The man blinked, surprised. "You don't have to do that." "I know," she said. "But I am." Something in his expression shifted. The weight in his eyes seemed to lighten, if only for a moment. "Thank you," he said. "You have no idea what this means." "I'm Jonathan." Rachel nodded, still smiling. "It's just coffee, Jonathan." He smiled back, but there was something in his eyes, something that said it wasn't just coffee. The next morning, Rachel was home with Lily, studying flashcards while her daughter colored on the floor. Bills lay stacked on the counter, the car needed new brakes, and her nursing exam loomed ahead. Still, she tried to stay hopeful. Then she heard it, the deep, rhythmic thump of helicopter blades. She stepped outside, shielding her eyes. The neighbors were already gathering, pointing. The helicopter landed in the empty lot at the end of the street. The door opened, and Jonathan stepped out, flanked by a woman in a suit holding a briefcase. Rachel's heart raced as they walked straight toward her little house. "Rachel," Jonathan said, smiling gently. "I hope this isn't too forward. I needed to see you in person." "I don't understand," she stammered. He took a breath. "Yesterday was the worst day of my life. My business partner, my best friend, betrayed me. My marriage ended. I sat in that cafe wondering if anything I'd built was worth it anymore. And then you—" He paused, voice trembling. "You bought me a cup of coffee." Rachel blinked, unsure what to say. "That tiny act of kindness reminded me that good people still exist," he continued. "You gave me something no amount of money could buy, hope, so I did some research. I hope you don't mind." He looked toward Lily, who peeked from behind her mother's leg. "Single mom, nursing student, 2 jobs, medical debt." "Still, you chose kindness." He smiled softly. "I'm the CEO of Morrison Technologies. We develop medical software. And I want to pay forward what you gave me." His attorney stepped forward. "Mr. Morrison would like to offer you a full scholarship to complete your nursing degree, along with coverage for your debts and medical bills." Rachel's mouth fell open. I can't accept that." Jonathan shook his head. "You can. You must. But there's more. I'm creating a new branch in my company focused on patient advocacy and healthcare access. When you graduate, I want you to help lead it." Rachel's voice cracked. "I'm not qualified." Jonathan smiled. "You are. Life has taught you empathy, resilience, understanding. That's what this field needs most." He looked away, eyes glistening. "My parents were janitors. They worked themselves to exhaustion to give me a chance. Somewhere along the way I forgot where I came from. Yesterday you reminded me. You gave me back my purpose." He placed an envelope on the table. "You gave me $3.50, Rachel. Let me show you what that kindness is worth." 6 months later, Rachel walked across the stage in her white gown, nursing certificate in hand. In the audience, Lily clapped beside Mrs. Chen, while Jonathan stood, smiling proudly. Rachel went on to lead Morrison Technologies' new healthcare advocacy division, helping patients who couldn't afford care, hiring other single mothers, and building programs to make the system more human. A year later, Rachel stood on a conference stage, sharing her story. $3.50, she said to the audience. "That's what it costs to remind someone that goodness still exists." I didn't know who Jonathan was. I just saw someone having a hard day. That's the point. We never know what our kindness can do. Jonathan, sitting in the crowd, wiped a tear from his eye. Afterward, he told her, "You changed my life." Rachel smiled. "You changed mine." Maybe kindness isn't about who gives or who receives. Maybe it's just about remembering that we're all connected. That night, as Rachel tucked Lily into bed, she thought about everything that had changed: the job, the house, the future. But what she cherished most wasn't the fortune that followed. It was that single quiet moment when she chose to care. Because in the end, that's the real miracle, not the helicopter, not the scholarship, not the success. Just one person, one small act, and the courage to be kind when kindness costs something. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of real kindness. And tell us in the comments, has a stranger's small act ever changed your life? Sometimes it only takes $3.50 to rewrite a destiny.